Hello, class 8th. So, we have been studying chapter number 11. Yes, that is actually force. So, last time we studied the different type of force. Yes, there are two type of force. You know, contact force and non-contact force. Yes, uh, and we have already completed the study of what is the meaning of force, what is unit, what is pressure, what is the formula of pressure, and uh, what is the relationship between force and pressure. So we have completed all these. Okay. So today we will study the type of force in detail. Yes, we will study the different type of force. Okay, but in detail we will study. So before we start, let's revise whatever we studied. So revision is very important. So let's revise. So as you know that what is force, to push or pull an object is called force. Yes, to push or pull an object is called force. And mm, force can be divided into two categories, as you can see on the screen. Contact force and non-contact force. Yes, contact force, there are two type of contact force: muscular force and friction force. And non-contact force can be divided into three categories: magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. Yes, magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. And what is the unit of force? Yes, the unit of force is Newton. Yes, and no, yeah, and we know that there are some effect of force, like force can change the shape of any object temporarily or permanent. Okay, force can change the direction. Yes, force is always applied in the direction of the motion. Yes, force is always applied in the direction of motion. Okay, so when the force is applied, the object will move in the same direction of the force. Okay, and the speed of any object can be changed by applying force. Yes, the speed of any object can be changed by applying force. And due to force, it stop a moving object or make a stationary object moves. Yes, it stops a moving object or makes the stationary object moves. Okay, so we know that there are many examples of force. Pressing the switch is also due to the force. Launching rocket, knocking a nail, kicking a ball, football, pushing the trolley, and drawing back a ball, pushing the box, opening the door, raising a flag, a tug of war. So these are the examples of force. Yes, we have already studied. And what is pressure? What is pressure? Pressure is actually the force applied in per unit area. Yes. So the formula of pressure is thrust upon area, or you can say force upon area, and its unit is Pascal. Yes, its unit is Pascal. And what is the relation between force and pressure? Yes, the relation between force and pressure is that pressure actually directly proportional to the pressure is actually directly proportional to pressure is directly proportional to the force. Yes, pressure is actually directly proportional to the force. And uh, pressure is inversely proportional to area. Yes, pressure is actually inversely proportional to area. You know, heavy trucks have 6 to 8 tire. Heavy 6 have 6 to 8 tire instead of conventional 4, because in order to increase the area of contact between the tire and road, That's why heavy truck have 8 tires, okay, and to increase the area. So so thus the pressure on the ground is reduced. Yes. So when we trucks have 8 tire, 8 to 10 tire, because it increase the area between contact between the tire and the road. Okay, it increase the area between the tires and the road. Okay. And camels, camels can walk easily in the desert as compared to the other animals, because they have broader feet which exert less pressure on the sandy ground, enable them walk properly. Yes, because they can walk easily because of the broader feet increase the area, so less pressure will be applied on the sand, so they can easily walk. Okay. uh, I hope you understood. And so now we will study the contact force and non-contact force. Can you tell me what is contact force and non-contact force? Yes, can you tell me what is contact force and what is non-contact force? Yes, contact force is a force which can cause the motion or change in the motion of an object by physical contact. Yes. Okay, is called contact force. Yes. So contact force act contact force uh, uh, actually act without any physical contact. Yes, because of contact force an object can move. Yes, but without physical contact. Yes. And non-contact force, well, there are many type of non-contact force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, magnetic force. So these forces act at a distance without any physical contact. Yes, these forces act at a distance without any physical contact. Okay. So contact force work when an object is in contact with another. Yes. Then it work. Yes, but non-contact works without any contact. Okay. Now let's study the next point. First force we will study, which is actually magnetic force. Okay. I will explain not line to line. Okay, but I am just explaining them. I'm not explaining line to line. Okay. So first of all, let's study about the magnetic force. Let's move on the next point. Okay, yes. So we have the first force, which is magnetic force. Yes. So magnetic force is a force which is applied by magnet. Yes. Magnetic force is also known as magnetism. Okay. Remember, kids, magnetic force is also known as magnetism. Okay. So as you can see the picture of magnet. Yes. Can you see the picture of magnet? So can you tell me, kids, which is this magnet? Yes. Can you tell me, kids, which is this magnet? Yes. This is actually U-shaped magnet. The name of this magnet is horseshoe magnet. Yes. This magnet is called horseshoe magnet. Okay. Well, actually there are different type of magnets, like circular magnets, rectangular magnet. Yes. And there is one more magnet who actually called cylindrical magnet. Yes, circular magnet, rectangular magnet, cylindrical magnet. This is called horseshoe magnet, which is in front of you, as you can see on the screen. So force actually, you already know that force is actually push or pull. So what is magnetic force? Magnetic force is actually a force of push or pull between magnetic poles. Yes, between magnetic poles. Or you can say magnetism is the force of pushing or pulling between magnetic poles. Yes, magnetism magnetism is the force of pushing or pulling between magnetic poles. Okay, magnetism is the force of pushing or pulling. Yes, magnetism is the force of pushing or pulling between magnetic poles. Yes, between magnetic poles. It acts at a distance and cannot be seen. Yes, because magnetic force is a non-contact force. Magnetic force is a non-contact force. So it works without coming in physical contact with the object. Yes. So it acts at a distance and cannot be seen. Yes. This force cannot be seen. Suppose you have a magnetic suppose you have a magnet. Suppose you have a magnet, a horseshoe magnet. Okay, any magnet you have, maybe you have rectangular magnet and or cylindrical magnet or circular magnet. Maybe you have any magnet. Okay, suppose you have a magnet and you have one more thing that is you have one more thing that is iron nail. Okay, you have two things, iron nail and a magnet. Now bring the iron nail near to the mm, magnet. Yes, put the iron nail near to the magnet. Okay, don't touch them, don't touch them, just put near both of them, just put near both of them. Put the iron nail near to the magnet without touching, without touching. So when you will put, you will see that it will come and attach to the magnet. Yes, it has attached to the magnet. How comes it possible? Because the magnet is applying a force which is called magnetism, or because the magnet is applying a force which is called magnetism or magnetic force. Because of this force, because of magnetic force, the iron nail attract towards the magnet and it attached to it. Okay, it gets attached. Well, one more thing I want to say, that magnet do not apply force on all objects. Yes, magnetic force cannot attract all the object. It attract only some object, like a magnetic force can attract iron, nickel, cobalt. Yes, magnetic force can attract iron, nickel, cobalt. Yes, these can be attracted by this force. Okay, so look at the picture. Now look at the picture. On the magnet, two letters are written in capital. Yes, on the magnets two letters are written, N and S. What is the meaning of N and what is the meaning of S? N means north and S means south. Yes, because uh, do a work, you can do experiment at home, you can do experiment at home. Take a rectangular magnet, and um, take a thread and hang the rectangular magnet from by tying the thread from the center of the rectangular magnet. Okay, tie the thread to the magnet, tie the thread to the rectangular magnet from the center. Okay, then hang it, suspend it freely. Okay, when you will suspend the magnet freely, and when it will come to the rest. Okay, suspend it and don't touch, suspend the magnet and don't touch. When it will come to the stationary position, yes, when you will suspend it and hang it freely, then when it will come to the rest, then you will see that it's one side is in north side, one side is in north direction and another side is in south direction. Yes, why? The magnet, when you suspend, it shows north and south always, because when the magnet is suspended, it shows north and south. Yes, it means we can say that the part of the magnet which is in north direction is actually north pole, and the part of the magnet which is actually in south direction, and that is actually south pole. Yes, so magnet shows magnet has two pole, north pole and south pole. Yes, when the magnet is suspended freely, it shows north and south. So we can say magnet has two pole, north pole and south pole. North pole is denoted by N and south pole is denoted by S. Okay. Now do a work. Do a work. Take two rectangular magnet. Okay. Take two rectangular magnet. Okay. And bring their poles near to them. Bring their poles near to them and find out that what will happen when you will bring near to them. Yes. Let's find out. Let's move on the next point. So again, as you can see in the picture, so suppose that you have magnet, okay, a rectangular magnet, and bring them near to each other, okay, bring them near to each other. When you will bring them near, then you will see that the if you bring suppose if you bring mm, the you have two magnet, okay, the name, let's give them name. The name of first magnet is A and the name of second magnet is B. Yes, suppose you have two magnet, a rectangular magnet, the name of first magnet is A and the name of second magnet is B. So if you bring the north pole of first magnet and south pole of the second magnet near to each other, then what will happen? Or if you bring south pole of first magnet and south pole of second magnet near to each other, okay. First case, I have shown 3 picture I have shown. You can see the first picture. Look the first picture. In first picture you can see the south pole of first magnet and south pole of second magnet are towards each other. Yes, if you bring both south pole and south pole of both magnet near to each other, then what will happen? Now look the second point, second picture you can see the south pole of first magnet and north pole of second magnet. The south pole of first magnet and north pole of second magnet are near to each other. Yes, they are towards each other. What will happen if you will bring both of them near to each other? Now look the third picture. In third picture you can see the north pole of first magnet and the north pole of second magnet. North pole of first magnet and same the north pole of second magnet are towards each other. What will happen if you bring the north and north pole near to each other? What will happen? So first case, we have the first case, point number 1 means first picture. In first picture, what will happen if you will bring south and south pole of both magnet near to each other? Yes, if you bring south and south pole of both magnet near to each other, they will not attract, both magnet will not attract to each other. Yes, they will repel each other, they will go away, they will move away from each other. Yeah, they will go far away from each other. Because both pole are same, so we will call them like pole, L-I-K-E, like poles. Yes, because we have brought south and south pole near to each other, means same pole, so they are called like pole. Okay. And second picture, as you can see, point number 2, second picture, what happens if you bring south and north pole near to each other? If you bring south and north pole, south pole of first magnet and north pole of second magnet near to each other, then they will attract each other. Yes, they will attach to each other. Okay. Now point number 3 is what happened, means point third picture. So what happens if you bring north and north pole of both magnet near to each other? Yes, if you bring north and north pole of both magnet near to each other, then they will repel each other, means they will not attract each other, they will go away, they will move away from each other. Yes, it happens. Yes, so I can say that south pole and north pole, south pole of both magnet and north pole of both magnet will repel each other, and south north pole or north south pole will attract each other. So if the poles of both magnet are same, then then you can call them like pole. Yes, If the poles of both magnet are same, then you can call them like poles. And if the poles of both magnet are different, one has south and one has north, then you can call them unlike pole or opposite pole. Okay, so remember kids, same pole always repel each other, means like pole always repel each other, and unlike pole means opposite pole, different poles always attract each other. So when like poles, when like poles of magnets are near each other, when like poles of a magnet are near each other, a repulsive force exists. Yes, a repulsive force will apply and the magnet will move away. The magnet will repel each other if the force is great enough. If the force is great enough. When opposite force, when the opposite pole means different pole of magnets are near to each other, an attractive force exists and the magnets move forward to each other. Yes, if the force is great enough. So the closer of the object, the greater the magnetic force, and the magnetic force is greatest at the pole of magnet. Remember kids, if the magnets, if the both magnets are very near to each other, they will attach quickly. But if the magnets are far away, very far from each other, if the magnets are very far from each other, then may be possible that they will not attract each other. So if the objects are closer, then the magnetic force will be more. Yes, if you put the iron nail so far from a magnet, if you put the iron nail very far from a magnet, then the iron nail will not be attracted towards the magnet. Why? Because the magnetic force is become weak. It applies in a specific area. Yes, it apply in a fixed area, so it will become weak. So if the iron nail will be closer to the magnet, then it will be magnetic force will automatically will be more and it will be attracted towards the magnet. Okay, so remember it, and always remember magnetic force is always great at the pole of magnet, but at the center magnetic pole, magnetic force is weak. At the center magnetic force is less, but at the pole magnetic pole is always higher. Yes, I hope you understood. Now let's move on to the next point. Okay kids, let's do a work. Now let's try to understand gravitational force. Yes, so what is gravitational force? Okay, so kids, suppose that you have a stone or you have a ball. If you will throw the ball, if you will throw the ball in the sky, what will happen? The ball will return after some time. Yes, the ball will reach at a definite height. The ball will reach at a definite height and then it will return back. Yes, definitely it will return. If you will jump from the building, will you go up or will you come down? Yes, you will definitely come down on the earth. Why? Because it is said that our earth apply a force. Yes, that is called gravitational force. Yes, due to the gravitational force, everything falls down. Yes. Yes, due to the gravitational force, everything falls down. And actually, once there was a scientist whose name is Newton. So he was sitting under a tree. Suddenly, an apple fall just near to the just beside him. An apple fall just beside him, and he thought, why did it fall down? Why did it not go up? So then. He discovered this force, which is actually gravitational force, or you can say gravity. So what is gravity? So gravity is a force that attract all object or masses to each other. Yes, gravity is the force which attract the object, yeah, or masses to each other. Yes, so earth is attracting. That's why whatever you throw in the sky, whatever you throw up, it comes down. Yes, because the earth is attracting the object. If you will throw the ball will come down. If you will throw the stone will come down. Yes, why? Because the earth is applying force on stone, the earth is applying force on the ball. But the point is, At the same time, stone and ball are also applying the force, gravitational force. But the point is, their force means the force of stone, the force of ball, their force is weak in comparison to the force of earth. That's why they come down. Yes. Okay. So remember, kids, every object in this world, every mass in this world apply the force on each other. That force is called gravitational force. Yes, even earth revolving around the sun, moon revolving around the earth. Yes, they also applying force on each other. Because of gravitational force, they move around each other. Yes, earth revolve around the sun, moon revolve around the sun. Because of it, they are applying the force. But due to gravitational force, okay, so they are, I hope you understood. So remember, kids, gravitational force is a force that attract all object towards each other. Yes, attract all the object to each other. Okay, gravity is responsible for making the earth revolve around the sun and moon around the earth. Yes, because of it, they are moving, rotating, revolution they are doing. Well, one more reason behind it is centripetal force. Okay, because of it, they do not cross their orbit. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, it's time to ask question from you. Question number one: what is magnetism? Explain. Yes, what is magnetism? Magnetism is also called magnetic force. Yes, magnetism is also called magnetic force. So magnetism is the force of pushing or pulling between magnetic poles. Yes, magnetism is a force, pushing or pulling. Magnetism is a force of pushing and pulling. Magnetism is a force of pushing or pulling between magnetic poles. It act at a distance without it act a distance and cannot be seen. Okay. Always remember, when like poles of magnet are near to each other, then a repulsive force exists. Okay, and the magnet will move away. Okay, they will repel each other. But when the opposite poles of a magnet are near to each other, then attractive force will exist and the magnet will move towards each other. They will attract and they will attach to each other. Okay, so same poles always repel, different pole, opposite pole always attract. Okay. Question number 3. Question number 2. Sorry. Question number 2 is, what is gravitational force? Yes, what is gravitational force? Gravitational force is a force that attract all the objects towards each other. Gravitational force is a force that attract all the objects towards each other. So gravity, or you can say gravitational force, it is responsible for making Earth revolve around the sun and the moon around the Earth. Okay. Question number 3. Define contact force and non-contact. Okay. Force which is applied on another object by coming physically in contact, that is called contact force. And force which act on other object without coming in physical contact is called non-contact force. And you know that there are two type of contact force: muscular force and friction force. Okay, and non-contact force is electrostatic force, magnetic force, okay, and gravitational force. Now the remaining we will study in next class. Remember, kids, gravitational force and magnetic force both are non-contact force. Okay, now we will meet in next class. Till then, bye bye.